Welcome everyone. I'm Shaina from Shaina Falcone Fitness. Today I am going to lead you through a Pilates flow. I'm going to add some power moves to get our heart rate up. We're going to focus on just moving our spine and strengthening our core. No equipment needed. Meet me on the mat. We're going to start in our quadruped stance. So that's wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to start with a nice little cat stretch. So let's just take a deep breath. And on our exhale, let's press off the mat and round up towards the ceiling. Let your head just hang out here, trying to release any tension. Take an inhale with a big push off the mat. And now let's release all the way to our cow. Just let it hang out. You can lift your head if it feels good. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, we push off again, making this nice rounded cat shape. Maybe we push a little deeper and make the shape bigger. Take an inhale and then exhale, release all the way down. And now let's do one final cat. Push it off, lift to the ceiling, and we're gonna straighten into a flat back here. From here, we're gonna start reaching our right arm out to the front and drop it down. Now left. Now we're playing here with balance. Maybe we can bring our weight a little forward and see if that feels like a fun kind of challenge. Bring it out. We're just reaching and stretching. Trying to feel that nice length through our waistline. Let's do one more. And now hold your right arm out. We're gonna hold it out, sweep it back, pinky finger to thigh, bring it in, and try it with the left. We reach it out, sweep the arm back, bring it forward and down. Kind of makes me feel like this is a bit of a swimming motion. So you can kind of feel like the air is water here and you're creating resistance as you go. We're reaching and pulling. Good. Getting those shoulders nice and loose, nice and warm. Do one more. Back, out, and in. And now let's start to extend the right leg out. So reach. Bring it in. Let's start to extend the left leg out. We're alternating. The tricky bit here is that we're trying to keep our belt buckles facing the mat. So we're trying to keep those hips square and just let the legs reach. Let's think of stretching out and reaching for something that's way behind us. So your goal is to tap something really far away with your toe. Let's do one more. And now we're gonna lift up the right leg, hold it, and we're just gonna go out to the side, bring it in and down. Same thing with the left leg. So if you see the pattern here, this is pretty much the same thing that we did with the arms. Out to the side, in and down. You can take this at your own pace. Ooh, you don't have to go at the same speed as I'm going. Bring it out, in and down. Reach it long. I want full range of motion today, so I want you to reach as long as you can. Really focus on that stretch. Do one more. Out, in, and down. Now you're gonna take your right leg out. You're gonna float your left arm up. Hello, we're here for a little bird dog balance, and we're gonna bring the knee in, tap the thigh with the left hand, reach it out, bring it in. Let's just think of the stretch that we're getting every time here. It's all about that reach and length. Bring it in, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Let's go, reach. Our spine loves moving in all directions, so sometimes we're gonna have a long spine, sometimes we're gonna have a rounded spine. We're gonna do some twisting. Hopefully you'll feel really good at the end. Hold it here, last one, reach and bring it in. Let's float the left leg out. Once you have that leg there, let's float the right arm. Hold, belt buckle faces the mat. Let's pull it in together. Tap the thigh, reach, tap the thigh, reach. Just let your breath flow here. Whatever feels good, reach it out. This workout is all about feeling good. That is the magic of movement. Ooh, makes us feel good in so many ways. Let's go. I'd love to hear what movement does for you. Ooh, we have 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Let's do one big final hold, reach, Bring it in. Let's finish this off with the cat stretch. So round it up. Let your head just sink. Curl up, curl up, curl up, and release to that cow. We'll do one more and release to a flat back. So we're curling it up, cat stretch. Push off the mat. And now release to a flat back. You're gonna bring your hands forward. We're gonna sink it back. We're gonna do a little spinal roll into a push-up. Let me show you. You're gonna curl your tailbone under, keep your head down, roll into an open chest, look in front of your mat. We're gonna do a narrow tricep push-up. Your elbows come in towards your shirt. Push it off, sink it back. So we're curling through the spine. We tuck under with the hips and then roll open through the chest. Head comes up, squeeze your elbows in towards your sides, bring it up and down. Now, if you don't feel like going all the way down to the mat with that push-up, that is absolutely fine. You can go halfway down or all the way down. Make this your own. We're gonna curl. I love to really push off the mat here. So spread open your fingers, drop it down. Powerful push. We're gonna bring the power today, friends. Let's roll it out. Open the chest, dive down, press it up, and sink it back. So let's just flow with this for 4 more. Dive down, push up, reach and stretch it back, roll through. Now you can make this dramatic. So bring the drama if you want to this move. It's just you and me. Open it up, dive it down. Let's do one more. Sink back, roll it out, open it up, dive down. We are just gonna make a little change to that push-up. It's gonna become a 3 count lower. So roll it out, open it up. We're lowering for 3, 2, 1. Big push, sink it back. Let's try that again. Remember, the elbows squeeze into your shirt. It goes 3, 2, 1. Big push. Notice how I held it down there for a second? Let's try that. We have 2 more. Roll it out. Open it up. You could also lift up your feet here. So I'll show that option. 2, 1. Hold. Whew. Hello, arms. Let's go one more. Roll it out. I'm gonna lift up those feet because I enjoyed that. We go 3, 2, 1. Hold. Whew. And bring it back. Excellent. We're gonna roll forward, do one more push-up, and that's gonna take us all the way down. Extend your legs. You're gonna bring your palms in front, right palm over left. We're gonna connect our palms to our forehead, so they're glued there. We're gonna lower down and just do a tiny little chest lift. This is a really low hover. So if you feel like you're barely lifting up, that's absolutely fine. That is the essence of the move, a tiny hover. We're gonna do 3 and 2. My toes are down. You can keep yours down if you feel good about it, or you can lift them. We're gonna hold this last one up, and you're gonna pull back, squeeze, bring it forward. You're holding this hover. Ooh, it's a pretty low hover. I'm looking kind of just in front of my mat here. We're squeezing towards the back of the mat, so pulling those elbows back. 4 more. 3, 2, let's hold it back here. You're gonna flip the palms up, holding this long hover, pulse. Just a little tiny pulse. Press up to the ceiling. Reaching in opposite directions here, so think of an oppositional pull out through your head, and then another pull out through your toes. You have 4, 3, 2, hold, bend the arms in. We're gonna push it back into that push-up, so lift it up, sink it back, and hang out here in this child's pose for a second. You can open those knees. We're gonna go into some plank work. So I'm gonna do a long arm plank. If you feel better on a bent elbow plank, go for it, okay? Whew, I'm just gonna adjust here. We're gonna curl the toes under. Let's gaze in front or forward of our mat. We're gonna lengthen out into a plank. So just stretch it out here. Hold this position, firmly pushing off the mat. Pressing out through the heels, lifting up through the chest. We're gonna drop the knees down and sink it back. So very similar to what we did with that push-up. Let's bring it out, a cat pouncing. Open it up, lengthening into this plank. Just hold for a beat, and then softly drop the knees and sink it back. I am gonna progress this series as we go. So at any time, you can come back to this home base, we'll call it. Drop the knees and down. Remember, if you wanna drop to your elbows at any time, go for it. I am just your guide through this workout. Drop the knees, sink it back. You're always in charge. Bring it forward, press it out, hold, deep breath, drop the knees and down. Let's do 2 more like this. So let's lengthen it out. Open up through the head and chest. I love that feeling, so strong. Drop the knees and down. 1 more, you're pushing off the mat. This is a pushing motion. Hold it here, drop. I'm gonna add on a little roll forward and back. So we're gonna press out into that plank, lift it up. We're gonna roll forward, roll back, drop the knees and sink. Let's try that. Stretch it out into the plank. Then we roll forward, we roll back, we drop, sink back. Ooh, I love it, let's go. Plank, press it up. This is all happening in your ankle joint. Drop to the knees and back. Giving our feet and ankles some love here. Press it out, roll forward, roll back. Now, whenever I teach this live, I always give a cue, and when I give it, everybody's head pops up. So I'm gonna tell you guys right here, lift up your head, look forward of your mat. I wanna see, even though I'm not with you, I wanna see a strong, confident line here. Roll forward, roll back, drop it down. Let's do 1 more. I have something very fun coming up. Forward, back, drop. You can stay with that roll. I'm gonna add a little hop. Let's lengthen out into that plank. Instead of the roll, we're gonna jump in, jump out, drop to the knees, sink it down. Try it if you like. This is our powerful portion of the flow. We come in, we go out, drop to the knees, sink it down. Again, open it up. Let's push off the mat, hop it in, hop it out, drop it down. Try 2 more with me if you can. Lengthen it out. Woo. Come in, come out, drop to the knees. Last one, you got this. Lengthen it out, hop it in, hop it out, drop, uncurl the toes. Let's stretch it back and we're gonna roll it up. Let's just roll the shoulders back and we're gonna come all the way around forward. You could have your feet together or apart. We're going into our half roll back. Palms push down. We're gonna scoop and roll back, making a C curve with our spine. So you think of your whole spine curling into the shape of a C. Bring it up. So let's think about deepening that C, making that C shape a little more defined, and it's a roll. So we're rolling our waistband in towards the mat, but then we're stopping halfway. Let's go. Roll back. I like to exhale on the back and think of kind of just scooping in. Maybe that will work for you. Let's do 2 more. We're gonna add on and lift. 1 more. We're lifting up towards the ceiling here. And now we're gonna hold this back. We're gonna turn our palms in. You're gonna pull your right arm back and then come forward, left arm. We are still staying in this scooped C curve position. It's not easy. Woo. We're gonna do 1 more. Take it up, little break. We're gonna add a little twist. Let's roll back. Curling back. Pull your right arm, rotate. Yes, left arm. So we're twisting, rolling back. Now, if this rolled back position feels uncomfortable, here's an option for you. Get nice and tall and do the twist. Lots of ways to make this work for you. We're gonna do 2 more. 1 more, bring it up. If your feet are together, you're gonna separate them and we're gonna roll all the way down. All right, bring your arms up overhead, circle them around. We're gonna go into a version of the 100. So let's lift 1 leg up to tabletop, the other leg up. We're gonna curl up and reach. If this position does not work for you with your hands long, then you can bring one hand behind your head. We're gonna start to just pulse the arms. Let's curl up, thinking of looking on top of our knees. Just let your breath flow. And now we're gonna extend the legs out and then bring them in. And we're gonna press it out, reaching those toes so far away, and bring it in. Little tiny low pulses with the arms, like you're bouncing little tiny basketballs. Press it out, bring it in. We just have a couple more. Remember, this option is here for you. And let's see if we can challenge ourselves and curl up a little bit higher. Woo, feeling the fire now. Let's do 2 more, press it out, bring it in. 1 more, press it out, bring it in. If you need an upper body break, take it now. We're gonna curl up, right knee in, left leg out. We're pulling the right leg in. That left leg is stretching out so long, and we switch. Now I'm gazing kind of at my knees here. If you feel like you just want extra support, hands behind the head. Let's go. Breathe. We're gonna do 4, 3, get ready for it. I'm gonna add some spice, hands behind the head. Woo. And we're gonna add a twist. So we go twist and twist. We're just thinking of looking down to the mat. Whew. Goal here for me is to keep my hips still as I let my legs move. So we're moving upper body, lower body, but the center of our body is really still and controlled. Now get ready for this. I have some spice for you, 2 more. 1 more, twist over to your right, hold it here, let the legs go. Ooh, see if you can look down towards your right armpit. What is going on down there? We have 3, woo, 2, you know we're gonna do it on the other side. 1, bring it center, switch, and go with those legs. So yeah, we're trying not to rock and roll the hips, just letting those legs move. Woo. And just looking down towards that left shoulder. We have 3. You got this. 2. 1 more. Woo, bring it in. You can let the upper body rest for just a second. We're gonna bring the legs up, toes to the ceiling, curl it up, and we're gonna pull the right leg in, pulse, pulse with both legs, and switch. The goal here is reaching both legs out as long as they can. So we're reaching 1, 2. Just get into a little rhythm with it. And just think of stretching. Stretching up behind you, stretching away. It's all about those oppositional forces here. Let's do 4 more. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. We'll give the upper body a little break. Feet are down. We're gonna roll into a bridge. So we're gonna pull our lower back into the mat. You're pulling your shirt all the way in and then peeling off so that those hips lift. Let's take a deep breath, push down into the mat, and then we're gonna slowly roll, connecting our shirt, connecting our spine really slowly into the mat, and then coming to the bottom. So you can feel your tailbone touching, and now we're gonna curl our hips so our tailbone lifts, and slowly roll up into the top of the bridge. Just take a deep breath and hold. And then slowly soften down, trying to connect really, really slowly to the mat, and then feel your tailbone connect as your lower back lifts off. Let's go 1 more time. We pull the lower back into the mat, slowly curl it up. Deep breath here, and then slowly peel it down and lift the lower back off. Let's do 1 more. We're gonna roll, peeling off the mat, and we're gonna hold it here. Let's just lift the right leg up in a march, and then the left. So you may wanna push your hands down. Get a little bonus upper body work as you push down into the mat. As one leg lifts, the other leg is pushing. Ooh, let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. All right, we're gonna lift the right leg up. We're gonna hold it here. We're gonna flex the foot and point. Flex and point. 4, 3, still trying to keep those hips up. It is not easy. 2, 1, hold it here. Can we lower down and then push all the way up? Ooh, not gonna lie, a lot of heat happening here. Ooh, really trying to push off the mat and lift up. One more, hold it here. Bend the right knee in, we're gonna switch right over. So push the right foot into the mat, left leg up, and we flex and point. Giving our ankles a little bit of love here. 3, big stretch through the feet. 2, 1, hold it up. Now we lower the hips and lift. You could flex this foot and think of pushing your heel to the ceiling. I'm gonna try that. Woo, we're pushing off the mat from all contact points here. Pushing to the ceiling, lifting it up. 3, 2, 1. Drop that left leg down. Let's do one final push up and then slowly curling our back into the mat and bring it down. One leg in, other leg in. Are you ready to go back to that ab work? We're gonna curl up, legs come up. I'm gonna give you 2 options here. Option 1, we're gonna slice the arms overhead as the legs reach away, slice it in. Option 2, one hand behind your head, or both hands behind your head. Now maybe we think about pulling our shirt down into the mat. Maybe we think about tightening a belt across our hips. Gazing out past our toes and thinking about reaching. So let's find an end goal, an end point. Reach to it and bring it in. We have 3 more, reach. So we're almost kind of taking a picture at the end. Hold it, snapshot, and in. 1 more, and in. Let's take a little break, and we're gonna focus on opening the hips. So let's curl it up. We're gonna open the knees, diamond position, feet come apart. So we're in a V position. Let's just bring the hands behind the head for this and focus on the lower body. We're gonna push away and draw it in. So if you were standing on the floor, it's like a little standing bend. Press the heels away and in. Okay, let's test. Can we curl up a little higher? Yes, no? This is the point where you're probably cursing me. It's okay. I'm fine with it. It's a hate me now, love me later situation. Push those heels away. So get the full straightening, 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 and then bend. So go all the way with this. No halvesies, all the way. Good. Maybe think of pulling your t-shirt down into the mat if you're feeling discomfort in your back. Whew. Are you ready? 1 more. Bring it in. Oh, now I know you're thinking, how can she have any more? There's more. But we're gonna keep the upper body down. So we're gonna lower the legs just to the point of control and bring it up. So when I say point of control, you might be like, what does that mean? For me, it means how low I can go without letting everything kind of pop up here. So where I can kind of keep that belt feeling tight, where I can keep my back pulled down and I'm not arching. So you'll find that position for yourself. We're gonna do 1 more. And now we're gonna add a little open and close. We're gonna lower, open, close, and up. Now, I don't care if this is mini, like right here, that's fine. You may be way lower than me. Woo, I've had 2 children. I have some things going on through my abs, so maybe you're able to go a little lower, and that's fine. Everybody's body is different, which I personally think is wonderful. So just go with what feels good for you. Let's do 2 more. Woo. And up. 1 more. Lower, open, close, and up. We're gonna bend the knees. Just lift up your feet so they're a little higher than your knees. And we're gonna do tiny little dips and up. Sometimes this is called double toe tap. We're just dipping the toes down. Again, same idea. Pulling your bra strap down into the mat, pulling the back of your shirt down into the mat. Now I'm gonna add on a little extra. You're gonna go toe tap, and then woo, lift those hips a little bit. Drop, center, push into the mat with your arms and come up. Drop, center, little hip lift. Can we try to relax through our neck and jaw so we're not holding tension there? Oh, maybe we try to roll our shoulders open. It's hard. Did not say this was easy. And if your hips barely lift off, that's fine. You'll get there. Let's do a couple more. Drop, lift, up. One more, drop, lift, and up. Let's grab underneath the knees. We're gonna rock and roll up, and we're gonna come onto our side. So I said we were gonna move our spine in all directions. We're gonna do some lateral movement now. Onto your knees. You're gonna take your left leg out, just plant that foot. Circle the right arm. We're gonna drop it down here. And let's just lift this top leg and lower. Lift and lower, good. So we're just doing hips towards the front, knee towards the front, little lift and lower. You could put this hand here if that feels good. You could even reach up to the ceiling, which I think I'm gonna try, because I love this feeling of pushing into the mat and then lifting in the other direction up to the ceiling. We're gonna do 4, 3, 2, it's gonna get special. Hold it up, we're reaching the leg out. You're gonna hold this arm up. We're gonna twist to the mat. Ooh, push off and open up. Option, if it doesn't feel good to have the leg up, you could tap that foot down. We're gonna do 3 more. Push off, open up to the ceiling. 1 more. Hold it here, push off the mat. We're gonna plant that foot and side bend over to the right and up. Let's think of lifting up and over. So up to the ceiling and then over, really lengthening. Your spine is really gonna thank you for this. I've said this before in other workouts. Don't worry about posture. Don't get down on yourself thinking I have bad posture or I slouch. Don't worry about that. More importantly, just try to move your spine in many directions, in many ways. And that's the best thing for us. Just keep moving. Do 1 more. Now we're gonna hold on that note. We're gonna twist. So we twist down to the mat and come up. Now we're on this angle. So yeah, it's a little trickier. I'm feeling it all. I'm here with you. We have 3, open it up. 2, 1, bring it up. We're gonna go into a side plank. I'm gonna do this from a long arm. If you would like to do this from a bent elbow, go ahead. All right, we're coming up here. Ooh, let's take the arm up. I have my feet crossed. We're gonna dip and lift. Now, this is challenging, so I will give you some options here. Knees bent, dip and lift. Or like I said earlier, bent elbow. I want you to find a version that's gonna work for your body. Pushing off the mat from all contact points. So pushing through the hand, pushing out through the feet, woo, and just letting that arm sweep, add some drama to it. We have 3, we have 2, we have 1, hold. We're gonna bring it down. So if you're on your knees, you're coming all the way down to the mat. Let's just come up, prop your head up on your hands. Woo. Maybe bring your legs just a little forward. We're gonna lift up our top leg and start to circle backwards. That bottom foot is pushing into the mat to anchor you, and this can be very tiny. I'm trying to lift up here, which is not easy to push off the mat. Did not say it was gonna be easy today. Whew, we can challenge ourselves. It's okay, we're not fragile. We can do hard things. 2 more. And reverse, up and around. So we're pushing off the mat, and then we're pushing down into the mat. We have 3, 2, and 1. And that was our side series. Ooh, bring it up, just take a little stretch, up and over, and let's flip it around. We're gonna do all of that on the other side. Come into the center, right leg comes out, left arm sweeps up and around. We started here, and we're gonna lift this leg up and down. So you can take a look. I'm thinking I want my thighs kind of facing front or down to the mat, pushing off. If your neck just feels like at any point too much, you can always just look down, and that just takes a little bit of strain off of it. Bring it up, and I did this on the other side, so I'm gonna continue to do it on this side. Thinking of that nice oppositional reach here. Up and down. And we're just reaching out through our head and reaching out through our toes. I know we can't actually lengthen our spine or get taller, but we can feel like we're doing it. And that's a nice thing. Do one more, hold it up. Hand behind the head, push off the mat, let's twist down. Option one is to hold this leg up. Option two is to just let it rest and focus just on this twist. And just let your breath flow. Ooh, foot cramp. You can flex it if you need to. Push off the mat. And we're really trying to open here. And I feel my hips moving. I'm trying not to move them. Goals. Two more. One more. Ooh, hold it here. Push off. Hands behind the head. We plant this foot. And it's a nice up and over side bend. So maybe it's actually more of a side lean than a side bend, because it's kind of a long lean over. Elbows kind of reaching towards the floor. Over and up. And just again, don't worry, when do I breathe? Just breathe, don't hold your breath, but just let your breath flow naturally. Over and up. And maybe we try to go a little lower. I'm gonna try. Over and up. Let's do two more. This next one, we're gonna hold. Ooh, hips press forward. We rotate down to the mat and forward. Oh my goodness. Challenge here for me is just keeping my hips forward and not rotating them. So if you're feeling that challenge, I'm with you, friends. We have three. Ooh, getting into that lean. Two, maybe a little further. One. Ooh, bring it up and over. Side plank, remember your options. You could have both knees down, you could be on a bent elbow, or you can stagger the feet. And we're gonna go, ooh, bring it up. Little dip and up. Little dip and up. So you are pushing off the floor. Your hips are dipping, but your shoulders are kind of staying really still here as you push off. And you can look down, you can look up, you can get your head involved. You can make this a really big sweep. I'd like you to feel like this is your time to take up space. You have made this workout a priority. You have made time for yourself. I want you to celebrate that. We have two more. Drop and up. We're pushing off the mat. One more. Woo! Hold it up. Bring it down all the way. Side lying. Last little thing for the side. Bring your head into your arms. Legs come a little bit forward. We're here. Lift the leg up. Circle it back. Now we're pushing the bottom leg down into the mat. I'm actually trying to lift my whole rib cage off. Ooh. It's a nice little challenge. See if we can lift off the mat and just do really small circles. This does not have to be big. Get ready in two more. And now let's switch directions. Up and around. Ooh. Some days my circle feels very smooth. Other days feels kind of clunky. So don't worry. If you have a clunky circle, that's normal. We have 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just gonna finish things off on our stomachs today. Let's just cross the hands over. I'm gonna be up in a little hover because I have a mic, but you could lay all the way down. We're gonna stretch the legs out. Reach right and lower and left and lower. Just a little stretch. Not so much of a lift, but a reach long. Like if I was there, I'd be pulling your leg longer behind you. You got it. We have 4 more. We're gonna try lifting both legs. So let's try that. Both legs, reach out and lower. We're trying to straighten the legs and kind of just get all that length we've been building up to in the workout, reaching out through the toes. Of course, unless you get a foot cramp, then you need to just flex the feet. We have 2 more. I'm gonna add a little something. Whew. Just curl those toes out. We're gonna lift the legs up, open, close, and down. So we float them bring them apart, pull them together, and down. Small little move, or you can make it a little bigger, totally up to you. Float it out, open, close, and down. I'm really thinking of trying to keep my knees straight. It's hard, so sometimes just thinking about it doesn't make it happen, that's fine. More effectively, maybe thinking of just reaching for something way behind you, so you have to stretch your legs as far as they can go to reach that goal. So maybe if you have a wall behind you, think of, can I tap and touch the opposite wall? Can I reach that far? Let's do one more. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of extension. We're gonna open up the legs, turn them out to the side, bring the hands down by the sides. We're gonna push off the mat. Nice little swan dive here. Deep breath, and we're gonna dive forward and let the legs lift up to the ceiling. Push it off. So a good visual here is that you are becoming a human banana. So we're not lowering all the way down to the mat with our chest, because we're trying to create a banana shape out through the top of our head and out through our feet. So bring it up, be the banana. Rock forward onto your ribs, reach it up. You're really trying to reach those legs up to the ceiling. And now let's play with a little bit. Rock and catch, push off the mat, dive, push it off. Woo! Have fun with it, rock and push. We're reaching those legs up to the ceiling. We have 4. Powerful push, 2. We're gonna hold it, hold. Let's look one direction, look the other. 2 more. 1. Let's sink it into a child's pose. Reach it back. And we're gonna curl it all the way up. Come onto your backside, feet go into a V, and we'll finish it off with a little bit of spinal movement. So bring your arms out to the sides. I'm gonna come here so I don't hit the wall. And we're just gonna rotate. Whew. Now I'm gonna slice across and just reach. Bring it up. So I'm kind of doing a modified saw here. We rotate, we reach. You can turn your back thumb down if you like. Bring it up and center. So you twist, pinky finger past the toe, back arm, just thumb turning towards the floor. Bring it up and center. So we twist. Now you can think about diving forward and then rolling up, stacking the spine and center. Let's do 2 more. Reach. Pull it up tall. You can make that roll dramatic. I kind of got into the drama of it there. Twist, reach, roll it up. Let's come center, hands forward. Let's make that C shape again as we dive forward. Maybe the palms go down and then roll it up, picturing a wall behind your back. Again, let's just dive. Nice C shape with the spine and then roll it up like you're rolling against a wall. Let's do that one more time. Dive forward. Woo. Pushing your hands down as you roll it up. Let's just cross the feet. Shoulder roll 1, shoulder roll 2. Deep breath for me. All the way up, all the way down. And you did it. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, for joining me. Please let me know how you did. And if you want more from me, you can find me at ShainaFalconeFitness.com.